just getting the opportunity now to catch up with shooters Kneale and Jake Keeling. Tim, let's talk first of all about the Athletes Village. I've been talking to Kneale slightly about it with regards to it being his 5th Commonwealth Games. I believe it's an outstanding facility.
Yeah, it's great. Out of the 4 games that I've been in, I think it's ranks at the top. I mean, Australia was great in 06 as well, and he is topped that, I would say. And it's great to be in the village as well, as shooting sports are sometimes pushed aside. In Glasgow, we were over in Dundee, so we were a bit isolated. So to be here with everybody else is really great. It's
quite far away from obviously the ground where you're going to be going to, isn't it?
Yeah, we're about an hour on the bus, which when we're competing at internationals with Team GB, it's normally sort of 40 minutes to an hour. So it's not the end of the world, but it would be nicer to be closer.
What are you enjoying most about being in the village?
Just, I suppose, really being here representing the island, to be honest. I mean, being part of the Isle of Man team and wearing the Isle of Man colours and walking around, kind of, it's fantastic seeing the other countries and kind of waving our flag as well at the same time.
Feeling very proud?
Absolutely, yeah. It's not very often we get to come and represent the island, so definitely a really proud moment.
Yeah.
And how about the setup?
Brilliant. I mean, I've been to 4 games also, and this is probably as good as it gets. Yeah, excellent village, good facilities. Yeah.
So you're feeling very settled?
Yes, yeah, feeling comfortable. Yeah.
And how about your manager?
Well, what can you say? He's doing a terrific job. He's, we need somebody there so we can just focus on the shooting and on ourselves. It's a very mental and it's very personal, shooting, and he just takes care of everything else, and we don't have to worry about it.
Tim, I'm going to ask you for your comments on that too, because I know that Ed is a friend of yours.
Yeah. I mean, Ed's father came to Melbourne with us and the team in 2006. So to have that succession is great. To have Eddie here now as well and part of the team, and Ed did a lot with me and Martin and the Great Britain guys leading up to Rio. So Ed's been a part of my journey. So he's very knowledgeable on kind of everything shotgun really. And yeah, definitely a huge asset to the team, and like Jake says, just takes a lot of pressure and a lot of thinking away from us, so we can get on with our job and just worry about our performances.
I need to ask you also, how are you feeling about the setup?
Yeah. I mean, the range is good. It's a nice consistent background. It's probably one of the first backgrounds that I've shot on that's been like this, with a huge vertical green mesh fence. It lets the target stand out very well. And I suppose every range is different, and that's part of our job. It's not just breaking the targets, it's how to read the targets and adapt our technique and our style to break in as many as we can, really. So that's part of the challenge at the moment, with having the kind of training leading up to the event and the competition.
It all starts to feel a bit real now, because I know the opening ceremony is happening this evening, but so that's great, and everybody's got massive support for you back at home. Talking about back home, Jake, up at Grenaby, let's just talk a little bit about what's going on with the clay pigeon shooting up there.
Yeah, well, the good thing about clay pigeon shooting is that age, sex is no barrier at all. So, I mean, what I've been doing is I'm doing IOM clay shooting at Grenaby, which is just introducing youngsters and anybody that wants to have a go into clay pigeon shooting, getting them started, at a good sound footing, and that's been really popular, and it's a good introduction, and it's for everybody. Everybody's been enjoying it, and it's going really well.
I hear you're doing a super job of coaching.
Apparently. I'm really good at introducing them, because you get people turn up and they don't think they're going to hit a single clay, and I've never failed yet. So, just the look on their faces, they enjoy it, and some of them get the bug, and that's what we want, and like I say, they'll progress on, maybe start going to the clubs, maybe enter the odd competition. It's not for everybody, but then, a lot of people carry on, and it gets it started. It's good.